Transformers, robots in disguise. Yeah, we're back with another Transformers video. We're continuing where we left off with this new Transformers run, headed by Robert Kirkman, and it has been fantastic to say the least. To be honest, it's a mature theme. I mean, I'm granted every Transformers comic is honestly mature. I think this one is a little bit darker because from the first issue, we saw the death of Bumblebee. Do you feel what I'm saying? So yeah, from where we left off, Skywarp had just been beaten half to death by Optimus Prime himself with his own arm, like a freaking melee weapon. But anyways, he was in no condition to fight, and Starscream came through looking for Optimus Prime to end this fight once and for all. But he wasn't there. So what did he do? He asked his man where they went, and Skywarp told him. But the thing is, Skywarp was also begging for help. But we know Starscream. He just left him there and was like, I'll come back for you later. Pursuing Optimus Prime. At that moment, we see Optimus Prime making connections with Ratchet. Because right now, he was trying to get this boy to the hospital. And he was on the fire from Starscream himself. Starscream was going for the kill, landing most of his shots. Cutting off communication midway. Ratchet instantly knew, okay, something had to be done. He was in the process of reanimating one of his brothers, but he chose to reanimate someone lethal, someone who could fight. Because at that moment, Optimus Prime needed help because Starscream stood directly in his path. Thankfully, Cliffjumper was there to save the day. With his human, Carly, they smashed Starscream's leg. And as he was falling down, Optimus Prime did the honors of landing square on his face with his tires, grinding it into the dirt and making their escape. Oh my God, I love this comic. Immediately got to the hospital. Optimus Prime transformed. It was like, bro, take this human inside while I lay cover fire. Because this was literally a war zone. It was straight up battle throughout this whole comic, this whole issue. Optimus Prime and Cliffjumper stood their ground, but someone snuck up behind Cliffjumper, slamming him to the floor. And at that moment, we see who this person was. Soundwave and his mini-cons came. They were honestly about to end this fight with one shot to the head of Optimus Prime. But before they could end it, Starscream came through and told him to wait. Look at where we are. This is where they repair each other. Realizing that Optimus Prime cherished life, all forms of life, they decided to cause him the most pain. Mid-surgery, they were going to blast this hospital. Optimus Prime begged, but nah, they didn't listen. They opened fire continuously. And just before they were about to kill these humans, someone pulled up. Someone called Jazz. And Jazz doesn't play around. Jazz is lethal. Pulling up to the Decepticons in style and counting down to, like he was trying to perform on beat. He pulled out his robotic shotgun, or should I just call it a shotgun? Blasting Starscream straight in the shoulder, counting down again, 5, and doing a freaking wrestling move on Soundwave's head, slamming him into the floor, saying 1. He was a badass. Standing before the Decepticons, they knew that they couldn't win this fight, so they took off. And at that moment, Optimus Prime was looking for his friend, who was clearly about to die because the power had been knocked out. We see the human doctors clearly angry because every single patient in this hospital on life support was about to die. Optimus Prime made a move, simply pulling out the matrix of leadership, not going to let any single person die. No more deaths. Using the matrix of leadership actually sucks his life force. Ratchet made it clear that he wasn't in support of this move, but all Optimus Prime could say was no more deaths, unleashing a flurry of electrical charges that brought the hospital back online. Back with the Decepticons though, we see Starscream clearly pissed off at what transpired just now. He was not supposed to be losing. He was the new leader of the Decepticons. Frustrated and angry, he was lashing out. Why can't we bring our brothers back? Soundwave made it clear we can only bring them back if we have Cybertronian technology. And at that moment, they realized they did have Cybertronian technology because Skywarp was damaged. Skywarp looked at both of them and was like, yo, what are you doing? They tore him. Their mans. They ripped Skywarp piece by piece like he wasn't even one of them. Freaking savages. Back at the hospital though, we see Spike's father trying to make a connection with his son on his hospital bed, trying to explain that he didn't mean to be a bad father. Just going to war messed him up. And just before he could finish what he was saying, he was interrupted by Optimus Prime and another human talking outside. This human was clearly sick, pulling up to Optimus Prime and talking to him, explaining that he heard he could turn into a truck, asking Optimus Prime to please transform for him. Optimus Prime, being a kind robot, decided to do just that, transforming. Spike's dad pulled up and asked Optimus, "Can you please bring my son out of the coma?" And Optimus Prime was like, "Nah, I can't do that. I've already done as much as I can." Spike's father was like, "Are you a god or something?" Optimus Prime said, "No, I'm no god. I'm just bigger than you. You guys are just small, but you are mighty." Checking in with Ratchet, they had fixed the hospital's generator, so now the light was back on permanent. And at that moment, Ratchet chose to check Optimus, because Optimus has been putting him and his people at risk. He was their leader. His people needed him right now. He should never be risking the matrix of leadership's life force and his own to save these humans who he doesn't know. Optimus made it clear that he would do it again because all life is precious to him. And Ratchet honestly just basically called him soft. You are doing some soft freaking shit. Optimus wasn't trying to hear it though, because Optimus is who he is. Life is precious. Just before they could finish their conversation, Jazz falls down. He was out of Energon. They needed Energon to survive. At that moment, Optimus and Ratchet had a conversation because they can't keep doing like this. Ratchet brought a gift for Optimus, something Optimus was terrified to see. He shouldn't be using this, but Ratchet made it clear, "Bro, we are dangerously outnumbered. You need all the help you could get." And just before they could devise a new plan, Spike's father came through and offered a way for them to get new Energon to keep their machines running. And at that moment, we see Carly trying to bond with Cliffjumper. She had apparently just lost her father. She had no one else in her life to protect her, and Cliff was trying to be there for her, but Optimus interrupted. And when Cliffjumper looked up, he saw Optimus wielding the arm of Megatron himself, asking Cliffjumper, "Are you ready to get on the offensive?" Like a freaking badass. Back with the Decepticons though, literally ripping their friend apart just to save a machine. We see in the mountaintop somewhere on Earth, we see the true leader of the Decepticons waiting to be revived. And that's the end of this issue, guys. If you like this issue and you like my Transformers breakdown, please like and subscribe and share. God bless.